Wheaton Central quarterback John Thorne hit his #1 receiver Chris Dudek with a 29-yard touchdown pass. The kick after failed. But Waubonsee wasn't alarmed. As Hugh Williams took his Warriors to the 3, they moved the ball well. But that's when the inevitable happened. Quarterback Sean Yokas and his running backs got fouled up on the exchange, and the Tigers ate up the fumble. And being as good as Wheaton Central is, they took full advantage of the turnover. This time, Thorne connected with tight end Mike Wormlinger on a 15-yard post pattern. The 2-point conversion was good, as it was Thorne again on a keeper. Wheaton Central up 14-0. Waubonsee wouldn't say die. Williams and the Warriors again drove the ball deep into Tiger territory. But on a 4th and 2, the Tigers came through, stopping the Warriors cold. It seemed to deflate Waubonsee because Wheaton scored again, and it was Thorne again. A 23-yard touchdown option run, which made the score 21-zip. It almost turned to 28-zip as running back Marvell Scott nearly hammered it in from 40 yards out, getting caught at the 3. Early in the second half, Scott scooted in from 9 yards out to make it 28-0. The Tigers played tough. And so, with both Wheaton teams winning, we are ready for the war. Part 2, the Tigers and the Falcons.
Well, now that we've shown you some highlights from the playoffs in the DuPage Valley, let's recap what happened in the final weekend of the regular season. The two teams that you just saw from the Valley, Wheaton Central and North, hooked up on our game of the week for the city championship. The North Falcons had owned this series recently, winning 9 games in a row. But the Central Tigers were stronger than ever and determined to break that streak at home. A capacity crowd was on hand to see which one of these teams would conquer in the Battle of Wheaton.
Everyone expected this one to be a civil war, and it was Wheaton North that dropped the first bomb. Here's the boot. End over end, the balloons fly, and it's taken up to, still on his feet is Kelso. He may go all the way. Kyle Kelso's going to break it. He is all alone. Kelso goes all the way into the end zone for a touchdown on the opening play. Kyle Kelso went 93 yards untouched. However, the extra point was no good, and it was 6-0 Falcons. But the Tigers countered with their big weapon, Billy Hess. Hess returned the ensuing kickoff 39 yards into North territory, where 9 plays later, Marvell Scott gave Central a 7-6 lead with the 5-yard TD run. Now, after Jason Schnack regained the lead for North with a 30-yard field goal, the Tigers got it right back on the first play following the kickoff. Second quarter action, Thorne back to pass, heavy rush, pumps once, goes over the middle for the long ball, he's got Dudek, he may go, he's at the 30, 25, he's going to go into the end zone untouched for a touchdown. The 72-yard touchdown strike from quarterback Jeff Thorne to Chris Dudek gave Central a 20-9 lead at the half. The Tigers poured it on in the second half, scoring 2 more times to break a 9-game losing streak to the Falcons. Central's 35-9 win gives the Tigers sole possession of second place in the DVC, while the Falcons finished third.
We're looking forward to the playoffs. We needed this to get into the playoffs on the right foot. So we're really looking forward to our first opponent. I have no idea who it's going to be yet.
It'll be against Waubonsee Valley on Wednesday afternoon at Grange Field.
For these two teams, their seasons must have seemed like they lasted 6 months long. But it was the Wildcats who won this one 28-14, ending a 4-game losing streak. Falcons will fight again this Saturday afternoon, their second meeting in less than a week. Now, the last time these two met, the Tigers took the game easily, 35-9. Now, when both coaching staffs met after the game, some arguments arose. There weren't many handshakes because North thought maybe the score was run up a little in the 4th quarter. The Tigers kicked a field goal with 18 seconds left in the game. So now there's even more hatred between these two, like there never was any. You can catch this game next Monday and Wednesday night at 7 o'clock right here on Channel 6. And besides that great matchup, Bob, there are many others. Let's take a look at our games roll.
All right, that does it for another week for us. Thanks for watching and have a good night.
Good night.